decreasing your standard. What is this standard? I'm curious.
Well, first, let me talk about what I mean by that. When a person becomes a single parent, people believe they should lower the expectation a little because you now have a child. Like, you shouldn't be wanting all this extra things as if having a child should stop you
Yeah.
from doing those things. So, for me, for example, I want a certain lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Talker Mic. Cheers!
Hey!
And guess who I have in the house today?
Natilla.
Natilla, yes. Guess what? Natilla is our new host for the Talker Mic. So let's give it up for her. Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. So let's hop into it. Why are we here today? I think the topic for today we want to talk about. So we're both, single parents, and
Yes.
we want to talk about dating as a single father, or as a single mother, or generally as a single parent.
Right.
So without further ado, we're gonna bounce right into it. But before we do, you wanna give a first of all though. So you're single. I gotta make
Right.
sure. I gotta make sure before we start this conversation.
It's complicated. Let's leave it at
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Great. So yeah, I was just thinking. Okay, so dating as a single father for me, I believe it's a little different than
A single
dating as a
mother.
single mother. What has been your experience so far?
Well, first,
Um,
first before we talk about kind of the whole experience of
I'm just
dating
trying
as
to
a
jump right into it. Hit you with
before
a boom.
I know, right? Like, chill out. So before we get into the whole aspect of what it is like dating as a single mom, I want to
Yeah.
ask you, what has that
Yeah.
been like for you?
Ooh,
I wanna put you on
see,
the
You see
spot.
what she did over there? How are you gonna answer a question with a question?
I mean, come on, why not?
Why are women like this? Anyways, yeah, guys, we're having fun, But great question. I think for me, having a child has been a deal breaker for some women. And hey, that's okay for me. If that does not work for you, I will not force you to be like, oh, why don't you want to date? Nope.
Right.
It's like, hey, you gave me that check mark, like, hey, you're not the one. So that's cool. For
Right.
me, I wouldn't say it's been challenging because. I mean, look at me, I'm a
You're
fine
handsome.
boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good looking guy. But I think for me, I don't know if I want to get into anything quite serious yet because I'm more focused on raising my child. And I need some sort of stability and make sure I'm not bringing the wrong person in. So I've been
Right.
a little hesitant to try to be in a serious relationship or be in a committed relationship. Although
Right.
I'm talking to someone.
Yeah.
But it's a little like sometimes I want to do it. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't know how
Oh.
that is gonna play into
Right.
my single parenting and
Right.
the mother of my child and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say it's been challenging. I've been having fun.
That's
I've
good.
been living life on the low. If you know, you know it. But overall, I still find beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? I know eventually I will settle down with someone.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I will not hold back. I gotta still, get to know people
Right.
and
Get out
enjoy
there.
life, while simultaneously
Right.
being a good
Looking.
parent and stuff like that. That's been my experience. Now that you got that out of me, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to say for me personally, it's definitely different.
Okay.
Because I haven't really put myself out there a lot. Just because I'm trying to,
Why?
um,
Are you saving it for marriage or? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, for me, it's really because people are judgmental and
Okay.
mentally, I can be fragile, so I don't want nobody to come in my space
Okay.
and hurt me, and then create that bond in my child getting attached, and then them leaving. So I don't want to go through that cycle. So
You're just afraid
choosing,
of heartbreak.
yes, please, my
You
heart
don't
is
want
fragile.
any emotional roller coaster.
No, emotional
So
turmoil. I don't want it.
You just need clear mind and focus
I
to be
do.
the
Yeah.
best parent and have the best focus ever.
Right, and I don't, I'm not against dating right now.
Yeah.
I am talking to somebody.
Ooh, okay.
But
You want to spill the tea? I'm just
oh
kidding.
no, let's.
Hey, fellas, you can still slide in her DM. If she's not married, hey, you can still shoot your shot.
Single
You know what
till
I'm
marriage, I
saying?
guess that's what you're saying.
Single to married, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, till marriage. Yeah,
Right.
but go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, personally, I just want to take it slow
Okay.
and see where it goes. And it's also important for me to just have that mother-daughter relationship with my child before she feels like, oh, now mom is so busy with,
Okay.
this so and so person. I don't want to rub her of that experience. And although her dad and I are co-parenting, I haven't really discussed like what that would look like if I were to
Yeah.
date. So right now it's not really in the equations for me.
Okay.
But I do look forward to like dating in the next few years.
Okay, and possibly finding the one
Finding the
and
one
doing a wedding
and
and
doing a
are
wedding
you into
because
that? Because I know most women when it comes to that, the wedding is a big deal. It's like
yes,
once in a lifetime thing. It's a big deal. Are you the
I
big wedding
I
type, or you're like, oh, just go on the beach somewhere, sign the paper, and do
nah.
something slow?
I am the big wedding
The whole
type.
village will come.
The whole village because
Wow.
even before I had a child, it was
Okay.
that way, and I'm not quote unquote decreasing my standard just because I have a child.
Ooh,
And
okay.
I feel like we need to
Decreasing your standard. Okay, that's interesting. Talk about decreasing standards. What are these standards? Okay, so right now,
for
let's say I'm the one that
oh
I wanted. Let's say I was the
no.
one, right?
Don't
What is
put
the
me on
standard?
the spot like
That's
that.
okay. We can, I mean, say what is okay for you to say, and just,
Okay.
keep the rest in your brain. But I'm just
Yeah.
curious. What is that standard? You say you're not decreasing your standard. What is this standard? I'm
Well,
curious.
first, let me talk about what I mean by that. When a person becomes a single parent, people believe they should lower the expectation a little because you now have a child. Like, you shouldn't be wanting all this extra things as if having a child should stop you
Yeah.
from doing those things. So, for me, for example, I want a certain lifestyle and I like luxury. I don't.
Ooh, okay, okay.
I,
Per.
I don't like stunting on people. I'm not that type of person, but I
Okay.
definitely like nice things in life. I love traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be able to still do all these things. And the reason why I'm bringing this traveling, for example, when you have a child, traveling with your child becomes, it's complicated,
Yeah,
okay?
I can relate.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I want to be somebody who's going to be okay with sometime me bringing my child along. If I don't have coverage, talking about if I don't have coverage, they have to be okay with that. I don't want them to be like, well, we can't do this because your child is going to be there. I want them to still be able to incorporate her sometimes. And you just need to find the right person to be able to do that.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
You said a lot there. So
Right.
so I'm guessing in the future you would want to have maybe more kids or
Yeah, I do intend on having more kids.
Yeah.
But I also did tell myself that I'm not gonna have any more kids till I am married.
Okay.
Because
So
that's
no till marriage.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
You
So
know,
fellas, green light.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
But no, I was always for get married and have kids, and
Yeah.
it's unfortunately did not happen that way, but
Yeah.
that's okay. I just need to be much more careful
Okay.
and hold myself more accountable so that certain things don't happen again. And if I find somebody who is per se interested in me, and I tell
Who's
them this,
cute and tall and 6 feet,
all
makes
those
six
things,
figures,
all those things.
muscles.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, all
Okay.
those things. And, I tell them, hey, this is where I'm at. As far as like, having kids, I like to definitely settle down and not just like, let's cohabit or anything like that. Nope. Let's get married. Let's be together. Let's, let's be a one union before we do anything. If the person is good with that, then sure, we can definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting that good energy out there for you. Wherever you are, Mister, come find her. She's putting it out there. So if you're listening
Yeah.
and her voice sounds sweet to you, or maybe you see the video and you're like, wow, she's
Yeah.
cute. She has those wifey characteristics. We could go from there.
Cool.
Well, that's cool. So when it comes to the double standards, right? Because I know, for me, right,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I think if I wanted to settle down with someone, it will have to be someone without a kid. I know it's
Right.
double standard.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, everybody has their preference, but
Right.
for me, just to avoid any kind of drama, who knows what kind of drama is going on between her, and I just don't want to be involved. So
Right.
I'll prefer her to not have a child. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I know it's a double. You have a child, and you expect someone not to have a
And
child. That's definitely
I think the same way too.
yeah. So what is
It's
when it comes to that? What is your? Would you go for
I am
someone that that has a child or not?
so
Would that be a deal breaker? I guess that's the.
it will not be a deal breaker. However, if we're talking about in terms of preferences, I don't want both of us to be carrying so much heavy luggage coming into the
I
relationship
feel
or the
offended.
marriage.
Heavy luggage.
It's
That's my
true.
child.
I know, but it's the reality because this child come with
Responsibilities. Yeah,
right
financial
so many
responsibilities. Yeah.
different just
Yep.
so it's
Yep.
important for us to I want at least one person to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be the one who help balance this whole thing out.
Yeah.
If they're also coming with quote unquote their luggage, I'm doing
Yeah.
it like this now because it's not luggage. I
Yeah.
don't want to downplay
Yeah.
anybody's,
Hey, we
you
love
know.
our kids.
We love our kids,
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's
my
it
kid, her kid. So
right
yeah,
we're
I don't have plural. I have one. She
I
has
have
one too.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, he love his kid. I love my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But coming back to the point, it's important, to just make sure if your preference is, dating somebody without a child, then you have to be really picky about it. Now
And you
there
have to be
might
upfront about it too.
right.
Yeah.
And there might be time where you know what, you find somebody, they're attracted to you or you're attracted to them.
Everything clicks.
Everything click and then you find out that they have a child. Do you break it up? That's when
Good
you really
question.
have to ask yourself, what do I want to do? In my case, I may make an exception. I may say, you know what, it's okay. I've been saying, let me wait till I find the right person. And all this while, even though my preference is dating with somebody without a child, those haven't been working out.
But he's an
So
anomaly,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you
Yeah.
you have to make those tough calls.
For me, I don't know. I think I still will stick with that. Because
You would not budge?
I don't think I would budge.
Really? I
You got
think
you got to
women-
come correct. I know it's
Ah.
a still double standard that I have a child and I'm here saying I would not date. It's just what it is. I do not have anything obviously against
Right.
mothers with kids who are trying to find a partner. I do not have
Right,
anything
right.
against that, but it's just my preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know people will probably bash me for this, but I think the beautiful thing that makes us human is respecting other people's opinions and preferences
Yes.
without trying to beat me down or kill me or excuse me, not that word, but trying to off me because I do not
Right.
believe the same as you.
Right.
It's important for people to be open minded because I know how people can be very like this is the way.
Yeah,
It's not
and you
that-
must and
Yeah.
there's not one way to do things.
But wow, it's been a
know.
great conversation. I think
Yeah.
yeah, and fellas, I think that's that. Did we miss anything?
No,
I
we
think
did not.
touched,
I do want to ask a question though.
Ooh, spicy! Bring it up.
So I want to ask any single parent out there, would you settle with somebody who has a kid, or would you prefer to date somebody who does not have a kid and settle with them? Which
Yeah.
side are you on? Are you on his side where you will not budge at all, or are you on my side where
No
you
shaking
might
here,
make
no budging here.
where you might make
We
an
want
exception?
what we want.
We want to.
Okay.
Right, you might want what you want, but if it doesn't happen that way, you're willing to make an exception. So, are you team Natilla or team
Team
J?
J. Yes, I
Let
even
us
forgot
know.
to introduce myself at the beginning. I'm Jay Tando, by the way. Feel free to follow me on IG at JAY_TENDO_. And if you're looking for great Afro music, hey, I'm your guy. Follow me,
Yes.
support me, all that fun stuff. I follow back, so please feel free to do that. But yeah, if you're on Team J Tando, let me know. I'll leave it in the comments below as well if you're watching the video. Let's know what you think. But we hope that you guys enjoyed this conversation and got some value out of it.
Right.
Maybe that can help you maneuver the dating world as a single parent's mother or father or whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, that will be it for now. And guys, do you have any plugs? You want them to follow you on IG?
just follow me on
and she has
IG.
a podcast as well. You want to shut that out?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I have my podcast, Nutty's Queendom, and
Okay.
it's called A Queen's Journey.
Okay.
It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. So I will
Yeah.
definitely also leave it in the link.
Fellas, slide in her DM. Hey, shoot that
Please
shot.
do not talk to me if you're
Shoot
not
that
serious.
shot.
I'm not here.
You never know. Maybe
For
he was
time
on,
wasters.
maybe he was on serious at first, but later on he can become very serious.
No.
So,
We don't want serious people. No, thank you.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up. But anyways, guys, yeah, it's been a great conversation. I guess until then, we'll see
See
you
you
later.
later.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Sheesh.